Hey everyone, welcome back to the Food Freedom Podcast. I am your host, Coach Mary Roberts, and today I want to talk about something that hopefully will challenge the way you think about healing and your personal growth on this journey. And the journey being food sobriety, food freedom. And a lot of people, think, oh, food sobriety, that sounds great. And they come in believing that, okay, if I do the work, if I follow the right plan, if I heal my relationship with food, if I change my mindset, then my life will be easier. My problems will be solved. I can remember thinking like so many times over my life that if I was just thin, everything would be great. But here's the reality. Doing the work to get to your goals doesn't necessarily make life easier. You just get better at handling hard things. It's like this, it's an illusion that life is easier. But think about it, especially those of you who are, those of you who are more, for well into your recovery, far along in your food sobriety, you've been food sober for a while. You're still facing all the same danger zones. You're still all around the same drug foods. People are eating them around you. You go to places where they are. They might even still be in your home, but your reaction to it is different. So, if life actually got easier, we wouldn't have danger zones and we wouldn't be exposed to drug foods, but that's totally not the case. The fact of the matter is you've done the hard work to change your perspective and your mindset and your behavior around food. And you've learned the skills to navigate those danger zones. And it's your strength giving the illusion of an easier life. And that's what I want to unpack today. So what does it really mean? Like doing the work. What does it really mean? Well, when I started down my own, food sobriety path and looking for food freedom, I believed that if I worked hard enough at being disciplined and developing this great strength and willpower, that I would wake up one day, I would be thin, and everything would just be easy. There'd be no more struggles, no more cravings, no more emotional pull towards food. But that's not how it works. Our recovery, whether it's from food addiction, binge eating, compulsive eating, or any destructive, disordered relationship with food, it isn't about getting rid of those hard circumstances and hard moments. It's about learning how to navigate them without falling back into old patterns, because we're not going to get rid of them. Life's going to come at us. So, think about it this way. If you're lifting weights at the gym, the weight doesn't get lighter just because you show up every day, but you get stronger, you build muscle, you develop endurance. So it's not the work, it's not the workout, it's not, getting easier. The weights aren't feeling easier or getting lighter. It's that your ability to handle it improves. You're getting stronger. So the same is true for our food sobriety. The challenges of life don't just disappear. We still have stress, emotions, danger zones. They're always going to exist. But when we do the work, we build the strength to handle them differently. So why does this matter in our food sobriety journey? Well, it's important because a lot of people feel discouraged when they face hard moments, even after, doing the work. They think, I must be doing something wrong because I still feel triggered or tempted. And, I must not be fully healed if I still struggle. But let me tell you something. Being tempted doesn't mean failure. The goal isn't to make life perfect to where we're never tempted, we never struggle. The goal is to give yourself the tools and the mindset and develop the skills to respond to those challenging moments in a way that's going to really honor your health and your goals and your well-being. So before food sobriety, a hard day might have sent you, or me, a hard day most definitely would have sent me into a binge or, a day of emotional compulsive eating. And now a hard day, it's still hard, but instead of numbing out with food, we pause, we breathe, we reflect, we make different choices. That's progress. That's growth. That's strength. So, how do we get better at handling the hard things? Well, unfortunately, life isn't going to magically become easy. So, we have to get better at handling the hard stuff. So, let's talk about a few things that can help with that. Okay. One, commit to the work of recovery daily. It is a daily thing. It's not my program, my food freedom program isn't something that you sign up for, you go through once, you fix yourself and you go on your merry way. No, it is a daily commitment. It's not a one-time decision. Healing's not a one-time decision. Recovery isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily commitment. And some days it'll feel easier, and other days it's going to feel like you're fighting this big battle, and that's normal. You just keep showing up. You just keep doing the work. And in the case of my food freedom program, you finish the first round, you start a second round, because guess what? You've probably grown and made progress from that first round. So now you're going to do it again, and you're going to compare, and you're going to reflect and look back and see where your growth was. You're going to see, well, where am I still stuck? And you're going to find things out about yourself, and that's how you grow and change and evolve and get better. Okay, number 2, reframe your mindset. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Try asking, what can I learn from this? When we shift our mindset from that victim mode, that victim mentality of things happening to us, to the growth mode, that's going to make a huge difference in how we approach challenges. So ask the question, what can I learn from this? Number 3, develop healthy coping mechanisms, because food is a pseudo coping mechanism. And it's probably been that way for most of us our whole life. You know, we've used food since we were little. We learned how to use it for comfort when we were little. And so it's been this coping mechanism for a long time, and it hasn't helped. So when we take it away, we need something else to replace it. So maybe it's journaling, maybe it's working out, maybe it's meditation and breath work, or reaching out for support. It's actually all of those things. Like, we need to do a little bit of everything, right? Whatever it is, make sure that you are truly nourishing your body and soul with your decisions. Okay, number 4, celebrate your progress. You don't have to wait until, we always think there's this magical time in the future where, we're going to hit this certain place and then everything's going to be okay. And that's when we'll celebrate. That's when we'll do all the things that we've been putting off. We don't have to wait until life feels effortless or like we've made it to celebrate. If you handled a tough situation without turning to food today, that's a win, right? Recognize the small victories because they add up. It's like I said previously, one day of food sobriety is a big deal, okay? And then all those days add up. Number 5, accept that hard days are going to happen. Handling hard things doesn't mean we handle them perfectly. It means that we show up. We do our best. We put our best effort in, and it sometimes gets messy. But progress is never a straight line, and we have to remember that that's okay. All right, so those are my five quick things for you to think about and to do. So lastly, I just want to leave you with this: food freedom, food sobriety. It isn't about avoiding life's difficulties. It's about facing them, and we can face them with strength. We can get clarity. We can build our resolve, and we can learn to be resilient. So if you're in a tough season right now, if you're feeling discouraged, please know you are not alone. I've been there. There are other people who are where you are right now. The fact that you are still showing up, still doing the work, still trying, that is proof of your strength. So, and speaking of support, if you need support, I'm here, whether it's through my private coaching, my Food Freedom Tribe group coaching, my social media, through this podcast. I'm here to help you. I want to help you learn the tools to handle life in a way that's truly going to set you free from the bondage of food. It's time. The time is now. So thank you for spending this time with me today. If this episode spoke to you, I would love it if you shared it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And also, if you haven't downloaded my free 9-page beginner's guide to food sobriety, you can grab it at the link in the show notes. What are you going to find in this guide? Well, first, There's a self-assessment to find out, am I food addicted? Am I disordered with eating? Take the quiz. Find out where you're at. Maybe you're not in a, severe situation. Maybe it's mild and there's things you can do to prevent it from progressing. You'll also find out the what and why of food sobriety, the principles of food sobriety. There's a hunger and fullness scale that my clients are already finding helpful, and there's other helpful resources in there too. So grab your download today. Thanks again for listening, and I will see you next time. Until then, take care and keep doing the work.